My name is Yolanda Darville, and I'm a donor communications expert. So, my education, I have a Bachelor of Science degree from James Madison University and a minor in political science. I considered getting a master's, but really, for me, work experience has been the best teacher. So, that's the highest degree I've pursued. But I continue to try to educate myself by being involved with organizations and just any kind of workshops or certifications that can help me learn. My job is very interesting. So I work with nonprofits. Right now, I'm working with an organization called Lighthouse Council, and we help nonprofits raise money to fulfill their mission. So my job on the daily basis is really providing the communication pieces. So I help nonprofits tell their story and tell their mission in a way that inspires other people to support their mission. The thing I love most about my job is knowing that I'm genuinely making a difference and I'm providing an opportunity for the community to make a difference. It's such a wonderful feeling to know that I've helped create a communication piece that inspires people to make their own communities better. So my path to my career was very interesting. I went to James Madison University, and when I started college, I thought I wanted to be a journalist. I knew I wanted to do something in communications, something with writing, but my experience was pretty limited, so all I knew was journalism. So I went to college, registered to be in the journalism program, and then that was in the general communications department. So at the orientation, they also talked about public relations. And I was listening and I was like, public relations. And just listening to the description, I was like, that is what I want to do. So I immediately changed my major and was a public relations major with a minor in political science, just because I have an interest in politics and power and how it works. And so my career path was doing public relations, but I started off at an advertising agency and I wasn't as moved. I wasn't as interested in um, communicating about, I don't know, grills and tiles and just things. So I ended up actually working at the Girl Scout Council of Cumberland Valley and doing public relations and communications. And I fell in love with that. And so from there, I really just started doing public relations for nonprofit organizations. And when you work with nonprofits, communication is very much related to the mission and to fundraising. So eventually I fell into donor communications, and it seems to be my sweet spot. I love it. The advice I would give to a girl or young woman who wants to do what I do now is really develop a passion for the community, develop a passion for communicating, find ways to write. Writing is very, very important. And sadly, the written word is it's not dying, it's very much alive, but with technology, there are many people that aren't very well versed in how to communicate in writing or verbally. We're so used to texting and sending messages. So I would advise any young woman interested in this career to make sure that they really master the art of communication. Um, I have had some unique experiences being a Black woman in this field. What I would say is most people are very open-minded and diversity is very valued in this field, but often I find myself as one of the only. So there have been many cases where I'm the only Black woman in a setting, which doesn't bother me, but it's always good to have other representation. And sometimes I personally feel the weight of carrying my whole culture with me when I go into a room. And it would be wonderful just to be able to represent myself. Either way, I want to represent either my culture or myself well, but it would be wonderful to have more Black women in this field so that we can together represent the culture.